Welcome to Revelations. I'm Albert Kahalik. What is out there? What do we know? What do we don't know? What do we know that we know? And what do we don't know that we don't know? What do we know that we don't know that we know that we know that we don't know that we don't know that we know that we don't know? Today, we investigate these questions and more by discussing and investigating with the leaders of the alternative thought movement about the strange and unexplained conspiracies in our world. As always, we at Revelations encourage you to share your experiences with the strange and paranormal, because we believe knowledge is free. We also encourage you to call our paranormal hotline for only $1.99 per minute. Make sure to stay on the line for as long as possible to explain the paranormal phenomenon in as much detail as you can. Now, we sit down with our citizen investigators in our search for the truth. As part of my deep passion for paranormal investigation, I started with Karen Oss of Georgia, who now goes by the single letter K. She's one of the most respected alien investigators in America and has the most followers on the social media network Parler. So Kay, tell us, what do these aliens look like? What are their plans?
Well, they're called Nordic Aryan aliens.
I see.
Wait,
what?
Nordic Aryan aliens. And they are looking over all of us, well, almost all of us, benevolently.
Nordic Aryans?
Yes.
And what do they look like?
They have beautiful blue eyes and long flowing blonde hair. They can clearly see what we're doing to each other down here on this earth. And they are planning to descend upon us when the time is right and take over. And I am going to help them. I am their human conduit. And that is why I have been given this pendant here. The circle represents their mind. Their mind is actually a disc. It symbolizes life coming together, all of us humans coming together as one, with our blue eyes and our blonde hair.
Oh boy. After my experience with Karen, I met with Connie Fuse from Wilmington, Delaware, best known for her level-headed analysis of government activities and phobias of snakes.
America is in trouble. There are dragon people who are working with the lizard people to take over America. They want to eradicate mammals. We're mammals. I don't know if you knew that, but yes, and it makes sense because lizards and dragons are very close to each other.
To make sure I understand, these aren't a society named the Dragon People. These are actually dragons and actual lizards.
Yes.
How big are these lizard people?
I don't know if you've ever seen Tolkien, right? You know, he talks about dragons. They're very big. They take up definitely more than this entire room. And they are hiding in plain sight.
What do they hide as if they're so big?
To be fair, some of them have melded with humans, you know, and so they're not as big as they used to be because when you have like a hybrid.
So, if dragons and people are creating hybrids, how do they...
Is this a PG-rated program, sir?
Yes, children may be watching, yes.
Okay. Ask your parents about the birds and the bees, children. But there's no birds and bees involved in this.
Just dragons.
Dragons and humans.
And humans are...
Yes.
Well, when I was first visited, the alien managed to get into our bedroom.
Oh.
And into our bed.
Ooh.
Yes. And at first I thought that the creature wanted to communicate with both of us. And then I realized it was letting me know that I am special. I, K, am special.
You, Karen, are special.
Yes.
Oh. While my previous interviews were disappointing, I would not give up hope. So I traveled to Hilldale, Utah to meet with Hugo Z Hackenbush III. Although I was concerned about what possible bizarre theory he believed in, I was comforted by his following on the podcast Word Brawls.
Really any kind of paranormal activity. I love going out there and trying to discover and prove the existence of all manner of aliens, extraterrestrials, ghosts, ghasts, demons, daemons, fauns, fairies, maelstroms. I even have a picture of those that we do not name, also known as skinwalkers.
Sorry, remind me, what is a skinwalker?
I thought we were in agreement that we weren't going to say that name.
Sorry, I understand.
So you study both aliens and ghosts?
I do, yes, and I am also a part-time psychic.
Oh, I've never met someone who covers such a wide variety of the paranormal.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you tell us, what have you discovered in your, investigation?
Sorry, I was still looking at the hair.
I was at the end of my rope and my travel budget, but I would try one last interviewee in Northern California who said he found elusive forest creatures but wanted to remain anonymous. And you'd like us to refer to you as Crypto Tiger 69, is that accurate?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I also go by Crypto Tiger. Crypto. Leonard works too.
How did you discover the mole people?
You'll see mole people. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. You ever walk over the ground?
Yes, I walk on the ground, yes.
All right. You ever walked underground?
No, I've not walked under, unless you're talking about subways.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever been in a Subway sandwich shop?
I don't think that's the kind of subway you're referring to.
No, it wasn't. I was just hungry. I was hoping you guys would give me a free meal.
No, we don't.
I thought this was part of the thing. You guys would interview me and I'd also get, free lunch. You can't trust them. The mole people, they're burrowing underground, getting through the border. You ever been to a Canadian checkpoint?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. I hear it's really dangerous, though. I hear they pack guns. I hear they got bazookas.
I don't think Canadians have bazookas at checkpoints.
That's what they want you to think. And then they hide underground for years, waiting for the perfect time to strike. And when they're ready, they come up and boom, socialism. You think.
You know how when you're driving at night down an old country road and it's dark and you look off to the side of the road and there's just a deer up on its hind legs, like running after you, running at the car, and then you're like, whoa, like, and it sort of like notices you and then gets back down on all fours? Those are skinwalkers. They're evil. You don't want that evil in your house. That's why we don't speak about them. And that's why that footage is behind a paywall on my podcast. Are we getting...
Yes.
Okay. I wanted world brawls. Uh-huh. That makes more sense to me. It's a typo, but... sorry, excuse me.
Well, Mr. Hackenbush, where are you going?
No, I spend a lot of time on this. I just want to make sure it's seen.
So, yes, the word brawl. Yes.
In fact, maybe we just want to put that up in a...
We'll put it up. It's wordbrawls. Right. Okay. So wordbrawls.com,
not .gov.
And I was at a convention and I saw someone in a really amazing lizard costume. And I commented on it. I was like, oh my goodness, this so intricate, it must have taken forever. I believe I had actually come across a true lizard folk. They just looked at me and they opened their mouth and there was a forked tongue when they said it, and they were like, la 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 la. And I was floored, yes. I had the same reaction.
Mm-hmm. Can you trust the Canadians? Can you look me in the eye and tell me you can trust the Canadians?
Well, they're very polite.
Oh, that's how they get you, man. It was also polite.
Who?
Oh. Bigfoot. I was saying okay, Bigfoot. Sorry, I was whispering it for dramatic effect, but, sorry. It's Bigfoot. He's a...
Bigfoot, yes.
He's polite. He'll rip your head off.
Okay.
He will rip your head off.
So Bigfoot is Canadian?
Bigfoot is Canadian.
Okay.
He's also socialist.
So the lizard people are trying to eat humans, but also they're like vampires where they turn humans into other lizards by biting them.
Yes.
And drinking their blood.
Well, there's something in the venom that turns you, yes. I didn't say I understood their plans, just that I know what they are.
Got it.
I can tell you're upset about it. Your hair keeps falling off.
Yes, it's very shocking.
You understand then?
Yes, I think I understand.
And we do that using the various tools that we have on hand.
And what are those tools?
It's a reverse radar that I have created.
A reverse radar?
Yeah, you know how radar, they shoot frequencies from high up that ping off of the solid objects. Obviously, we're not high up. They're high up, so we need to use a reverse radar. Now, radar is an acronym. What does radar stand for?
I actually don't know.
I was hoping you could tell me.
Oh, God. I don't know what radar stands for, Mr. Hackenbush.
Radio and deflection and reflection.
According to Wikipedia, radar stands for radio detection and ranging.
I was real close. But this is reverse radar. I call it radar.
Radar.
It's the extra R.
Tell us about this technology. It must be fairly advanced if they can track otherworldly phenomena.
Let me ask you a question. Don't you think that aliens, that spirits, ghosts, ghouls, demons, and daemons appeared before the time of Edison? I rather think they did. But I think back in the day of Edison, maybe the candles flickered. So we also sell candles.
So you sell technology to track ghosts and candles to track ghosts?
We've got the low tech and the high tech, yes.
I see. Mr. Hackenbush, how much do you charge for these accoutrements?
Shit, sorry, it was the hair again.
Tell me what a transcendental aura is then.
I don't know.
This is why you can't see the mole people.
Okay. How do I get a transcendental aura so I can see the mole?
1, invest in crypto. You can do it through my coin. It's called Tiger Coin. You can get that. It is so good.
And who do I pay to invest in Tiger Coin?
Technically you pay me, but you do it through Coinbase. See, this is how it all works. Mm-hmm. This is a big way, and then you get your friends to pay you to pay me, and then they get 6 friends to pay them to pay you to pay me.
That sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Or a triangle.
You mentioned these aliens are trying to change us, and how are they trying to change us?
Yes. Well, they're starting with our brains. Mm-hmm. They are going to turn all of our brains into discs that match theirs, and our lives will be transformed. And they have already started mine. I can feel it.
I can feel it too. I can feel your brain. I can feel your brain too.
Are you sure you're not one of us?
Who is us exactly?
Well,
I think they're coming for us. We gotta wrap this up, man.
Who are they? Wait, no, what?
Ask your question.
Who are they? Who are they?
Ask your question.
Who are they?
Ask your question.
Who are they?
Go! Mom! The guy's not getting out! No fair! This guy needs to go! Mom!
And they have given me the ability to help others begin that transition. Mm-hmm. So I would like to start with you right now. I would like to give just a little bit to you now.
I don't.
Yes. Now,
okay.
Here we go. Just relax.
Okay. The dog begging for a treat is a malevolent spirit.
Could be. You don't know.
I'm pretty sure dogs are known as man's best friends.
Have you read Cujo?
Yes, I've read Cujo. Yes.
Somehow I thought that you might have.
Because you're psychic. Yeah. Okay.